Next spot we're going to go to is FlowerFall. And that's the most recent project we've completed. We completed it like 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, technically. I think. Alright. Boop, 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 boop. Let's hold on to this, I guess. I should probably switch the shaders up to the ones that look the prettiest when we're here. Yeah. The specific ones that I called FlowerFall aren't correct. I need to change them. They're a bit too intense. They're a little bit too bright. There we go. Ooh. I think this should take us to the spot that I was thinking of. If it takes us underground, that's a problem. Oh no, there we go. Perfect. Right, let's do this. So this is the initial entrance to FlowerFall that we made. All of the water is just sort of seemingly suspended. All we did really was just kind of like mark off the corners with glass and create this like tiered effect. That's FlowerFall's ocean monument over there. This is the Canopy Entrance. We basically made up some stuff. So like these are like meant to represent kelp that's been kind of like warped to stay alive into something else since there's no water here. And also like these things as well, meant to represent kind of like water plants. Got all the blossoms, little bridge. And yeah, it's probably the most colorful build I think I've ever done. It is almost entirely made up of colorful blocks and coral. And the coral stays alive. Ooh. The coral stays alive because we kept the water inside of it. That's why it looks so bright. As such, though, it's kind of loud when you get in certain spots. You can hear the guardians just swimming about. It's very nice. It's very pretty. I like it a lot. We even made like lily pads to sit on. We made giant small drip leaves. Have to make that very clear. It's not a giant drip leaf because they're just one leaf. The small drip leaves have 3 leaves. I made just giant versions of them because I thought they were very cute. They also act as little fishing spots that we can choose. Right here is a sea pickle with its own snail. Which I think... What did we call the snail again? Bird will remember. Is it Gert? Is it just Gert? It is, isn't it? Gert. Yeah, because it was funny. It's got like a honey trail. A honey block trail. Gert. And then like amethyst as its shell. I thought that was really cute. Again, also made of coral. And the water in this little sea pickle is keeping it alive. We put like a little daisy in a flower pot that he's trying to eat. He's trying to go for it. Anyway. Little flower patches, which I kind of liked, but I didn't like enough to do shit tons of them. I was just like, that's a cute little flower patch, I guess. We have giant roses, or poppies, sorry. I can't remember what they're called now. I think it's poppies now. Daisies, different flowers, lilies. This is a made-up one that someone requested. And we've put the necessary flowers around at the bottom just to kind of symbolize that that's what's in control of that area. We also have different spots down here. Everything is covered in moss carpet so that nothing can spawn. If you're wondering why a few areas look a little bit dimmer than others, but there's nothing spawning there, it's because it's moss carpet. It acts just like regular carpet, pretty much. Underneath here, we have a little kind of cavern, which used to have 3 axolotls, but 2 of them disappeared. And only 1 remains. It's called Toast. And underneath, I don't know if you spotted it yet, but that is the end realm from before Atlantis became a thing. Before the Blaze Empress and everyone else just said, fuck this, we've had enough of this bullshit. Let's start fighting them. And then he panicked and brought an ocean to his realm. So that's like a blast from the past, sort of. It's like a little time capsule. That's what it looked like when the ocean monument was getting taken. The one that we saw in the Enderman's lair. The Ender King's lair had this just like shrunk down. And it was fixed. This entire area was pretty much fixed by the flower deity, who we've only just revealed today is called Rose. And is going to live at the spawn chunks. Very cool. Also, there's a cactus farm in there. There's a cactus farm in there. And it beeps like a microwave whenever we pass it. You want to hear it? And these shaders have a cool little side effect. So this bottom area is very reminiscent of Nether Void in that we've just completely covered it in black concrete and black carpet in some areas to stop things from spawning on these sides. And then black glass at the very bottom. So it creates this like void effect that it's just kind of floating in nothingness. But the shaders have a very cool trick. If we are submerged in water and look at it, we get light dancing in the water on the island, which I thought was very cool. Yeah. So it gives the illusion that it's like sunken. It's a side effect. I didn't even know it did this until we like came down here with the shaders on. I was like, oh my god, the fuck, dude? It's so cool. And also you can kind of see the ocean monument kind of disintegrating as it gets teleported. That's why there's like little bits to it. I brought it all the way down. Also, they're all spawn protected because we used lichen, which gives off a tiny little bit of light. And in the current version of the game, if the light level is 1 or higher, nothing will spawn. If it's 0, stuff will spawn. So we just have to have a tiny bit of light. And the lichen pretty much solves that. So, very cool. Also, floating particles. Floating particles, which are basically just glass with amethyst on them. And yeah, I didn't want to bring the actual dragon egg here. I like having it in an ender chest in cloud storage so it never gets lost. So we kind of like made up for it with crying obsidian, which I think works pretty well. And this is meant to be the pole. I think it did a pretty good job. I think it looks nice. I need to turn these shaders off. It's getting a little bit laggy. Boop. There's like one more thing of FlowerFall that I need to show you guys. And it's only really going to make people that were here from the beginning sad. So we used to have a pig. Not necessarily a pig. We used to have a pink sheep called Pig. And the reason why we called it Pig was because we found it naturally spawned in from a fucking swamp biome next to a group of pigs, and I almost killed it when we saw it. It lived here throughout this entire project for like nearly a year, I think, until one day we realized he was gone, and we didn't know how. However, due to some 5-head shit to do with logs, we found out what happened. Now, Pig, being a name-tagged mob, is accounted for in the logs of every time you open up the game. So if anything happened to said mob, the game would account for it and tell us what. It would take a log. So with the help of some people in chat, we found when Pig was last seen, found the time frame for when he could have disappeared, and just narrowed down. We just searched all the logs just one by one. I just opened them up. Control F, Pig, enter. Control F, Pig, enter, and we found it. This is the exact log. Copy pasted in the line of text. It's so sad. Look, died. Pig was struck by lightning. And you know what's really sad? I remember that thunderstorm. I was getting rid of layers of glass off camera. I remembered it. I heard the thunderstorm happen. I heard the thunder strikes. I was like, nope, I don't want to go up there when I'm not streaming because something could happen. I'm staying down here and I'm getting rid of 2 layers of glass before next stream. Yep. That is sad. I remember that. I remember it so well. Because even Kristen came in and was like, oh, what you doing? And I was like, I'm getting rid of some glass. I hear a thunderstorm outside, but I'm not going up there. And she was like, that's smart. I was like, I know. The fucking odds. The absolute insane odds that this fucking sheep gets hit by a lightning strike whilst covered in glass, by the way. Apparently that doesn't do it enough. It has to be more. There has to be more protection. Lightning, like its effect, it can go through blocks. So it just got fucking yeeted. It was like an inevitability. There was just numbers. The amount of thunderstorms that we had in this area. I can't even keep count. It was definitely in the hundreds. We had so many thunderstorms. And the probability of this guy getting hit by a fucking lightning strike, dude, it didn't even cross my mind. It didn't even cross my mind for a second. But thank you, Minecraft, for logging everything that has a name tag. Thank you, Minecraft. You helped us. Also, this is our Suncatcher, in case you didn't know what it was. It just kind of helps with the weird effect that you have when you see the sun sink into the ocean, into these weird unloaded chunk spots. I made it specifically just to catch the sun. And it looks really cool at certain render distance. You do like, I think it's 16 from here. 12 from here. Ooh. Hold on. Let me go back. Was it really 13? I guess it was. Fuck it. Yep. So about there, and it goes boink, and it just gets hidden behind the black concrete so you don't see some scuffed sun going through the water. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's FlowerFall.